What's up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of Utopia. This is Sinulab, and let's get started. So I have been working on bees just a little bit, figuring out what liquids need to go where and how to do what. And let me tell you, this polymerizer gave me the biggest trouble there has ever been so far. For whatever reason, raw DNA, well, actually, I kind of think I know why, but raw DNA would not get pumped in here with any pipes whatsoever. The Ender IO, I know you see it working now, we'll get to that. The Ender IO didn't work, the Buildcraft didn't work, Extra Utilities didn't work, could not figure it out. Even when in Creative, could not figure it out. Well, Micronaut comes over here with like a crystal canister, the kind that you actually need for the genetics. I think it's just made out of glass. There it is. Yes, the crystal cylinder. Came over here and right-click the barrel, which is where I was storing it all. Actually, it is where I still am storing it all. And then, while the UI was open, shift-clicked that cylinder, and the cylinder emptied. He got the empty one back, and it filled up the raw DNA. Now, that was awesome that we found a way to get raw DNA in there, and I think because the tooltip says it requires liquid DNA, it accepts liquid DNA, and this is raw DNA. Now, I think since we were able to get it in there with that while the UI is open, shift click, it suddenly now lets it in through the pipes, and that's how I'm keeping it stocked up now. I produce it back here, of course, in the gene pool, and that just pumps out into this barrel on this direction. And then with a constant pressure out of here, which only seems to, it had to be pushing out in order to keep this thing full, otherwise it would just slosh around and not go in. That wasn't the issue before because we would have had it, because just like we have it pushing out of here, it was pushing into here before. So yeah, I think that whole open UI, shift click the canister in to get it started, got it working, because now it works, and that was really the roadblock I was at. So it's awesome. We've got the polymerizing bacteria. I actually don't think I've talked about that. I needed to get another isolator up that took some regular bacteria and added, I think I did talk about this, a little bit more bone meal to get the polymerized. So we got that working. A little gold nuggets in here. Wow, greatly speeded us up. It took a really long time to get from here to here without any gold nuggets, and then when I put the gold nuggets in, it was visually moving. I'm like, oh, that's what's better. So after we get these bees in here and we isolate some of these genes in the empty sequences, we first should polymerize them, because that will greatly reduce the time it takes to both analyze them and to sequence them. Now, what's kind of interesting is in the last world, whenever I got, a gene that I already had, I could just cook it in a furnace and it would blank it out. Can't seem to do that. I can put it in a regular vanilla furnace, but it won't burn. And I can't put it in a redstone furnace or anything that would do it like I did before. I've tried shift right clicks. I've tried, whatever. If you put two of these in a crafting table, you get this, unnamed genetics, but if don't mouse over that thing if you happen to have the UI for the analyzer open. It'll crash you to desktop. I did that 4 times figuring out what was actually causing it, but anyway, yeah, so we can't blank them out now. The only way I know of is to actually throw them through the sequencer, because once they get sequenced, they come back out blank. Now, it's kind of a waste of time because you already know these, but if it's the only way I can figure out how to blank them and without making more, that just seems like the best thing to do. Because they take gold to make, and that seems like kind of a waste of gold until I do get an oreberry farm going on, which that's kind of far off since I've only got one. But we've got lots of DNA here now. I think I've still got bees in there. Nope, we ran out, but we got a lot. That'll last us for a while. We're just going through some Imperials now. I was doing the Majestics and the Industrious for a while. In the last world, you would be able to get like 3, maybe 4, 5 at most genes off of it before the bee would just disappear. But they last a whole lot longer here. You get like 15 or more on average, it seems. I mean, I've pulled these out, I'm done with you now. Totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I did Majestic and Industrious long enough to get their species gene, and got a few more things. I did get the Nocturnal one, that's nice. Nocturnal, yes. But I got to get Rain Tolerance, yes. I'm just going to get them all, well, at least for the bees anyway, regardless if I'm actually going to use them or not, just so that it's, done. But that's going away. So I get 3 more blank ones. I'm just going through all of the ones in this filing cabinet or ones that I already have, but since I am not, actually they do need to go in here. Since I'm not currently, don't have anything available yet that I don't have, like Humidity Tolerance 1 and Territory Average. I think I have both of these. I like how you can see here. So Humidity Tolerance, both 1. Oh, okay. Don't have that one. That's good. Territory Average. Yeah, I got that one. So let's move the humidity to the front. And the ones here are just ones I already have, but that's how you blank them out anyway. So in fact, let's grab another one. There's a spot for it. Very good. So last episode, I checked the power, make sure I wasn't draining it too much, and I wasn't. But Core wasn't running. I had mentioned before it was at bedrock, it needed to be moved. And actually we've been doing some work on the server to try and find lag spots and address those. Micronaut got Opus, the Opus mod, I don't really know anything about it, but it can teleport you to the chunk that is having issues, and then you can really investigate what in that chunk is causing them. So the old quarry I had was actually causing some lag in the Digger realm, so we swapped it out for an Ender quarry. And it's kind of funny because the next day, Direwolf 20's single-player series his episode was him setting up the Ender Quarry. So there's all of my instruction right there. I've got it set up exactly the same way he has. Basically, just using a Tesseract. I don't think he was using that before to transfer power. But we can keep all this the same with the engine turning it on and off to stop items from coming in or out. So that's cool. But running that Ender Quarry and all of those bee machines tapped out the battery. And that was last night. Today I come in here and I see that it's kind of keeping up, but it's basically not. It's not able to charge the battery and maintain the genetic machines in order to get full again, in order to get the quarry back on. So this means 2 things. 1, I'm going to need more solar panels. I'm going to make another 8, that should be fine. Of course, that also means I need to upgrade this power line, because this power line can only handle 640 RF per tick, which it's currently doing. And so we'll need to get the next tier of power line here. And I know that the power lines don't connect directly, so I'm going to need to put like another redstone energy cell here. Maybe just a capacitor from Ender IO as a buffer. So they can all connect the way that they do now. The emergency system's still there, although this is somewhat becoming antiquated as I get more and more RF per tick, and maybe not until I get more batteries. But anyway, so there's 2 things I'm going to need to do there in order to get enough power to recharge the batteries while I've got the genetics running, so I can get the core back up and running. And that's where we're headed this episode. Oof. Let me start on some things. Alrighty, folks, we have 8 more solar panels to add to our roof here. Got a little bump up action going, changing it up, making it bigger. Another 320 RF per tick ought to help us definitely keep the batteries charged, or at least charging, when we're using it both for the quarry and for the genetics. Next up on the ballot really is got another sprinkler made, and I'm going to be working on the farm because I need seeds now in addition to just the wheat. I need them in great quantity. In order to get larvae for the bees, which are the only things you can inoculate, I need to get some alvearies, and that is going to be quite an endeavor. You need a 3x3x3 of a combination of these blocks, but I'm going to focus on the alveary block by itself. Well, you definitely need 27 of these just by themselves because you upgrade these to get other other blocks. And the other one I'm looking at is the one by Extra Bees, the frame housing. This is the one that you can, automate putting frames in. Now it's also going to require some golden electron tubes. So I'm going to need to make a thermionic fabricator. That's all right. No stranger to that, but we definitely want at least, I think it's 10 frame housings in the alveary to get it close to being the most efficient. I think 11, it's somewhere in between there, or, that's what I think anyway. That's what I remember what I did last world. But that's going to take some getting some mats. I think I've got all the royal jelly and I've got all of the pollen that I need, and even the beeswax, so that's great. I just need oil now to make the impregnated cases. No. Oh my goodness. Sorry about this, folks. Oh my. Genetics. Uh-oh. It's not genetics, is it? No, it's bees. It's alveary. Let's search for that. Alright, so yeah, I am going to need beeswax, pollen, royal jelly, and just some wood. And the honey. This requires liquid honey. Well, let's hope I've got enough of that too. Anyway, I'm going to get a aqueous accumulator underneath here to fill up these tanks. And I think you just put these right on top there. Excellent, excellent. Even facing the direction I want, although you bet you can change that maybe. Yep, that'll reach the entire farm and hopefully speed up all of its growing and get me some wheat that I need up there for the fermentation and the seeds that I need for... Well, wait a minute. I needed honey for that. I needed I needed seeds for this, the impregnated cases. Yes. Yes. Okay. Very good. I'm not going crazy. All right, folks. I'm going to get to work on that. Alrighty, folks. Well, seeing how the sprinklers worked, this seemed now the most efficient way to place the sprinklers. So they could hit the most wheat and do the most good. They definitely do seem to be throwing a few more ticks in the growth, so that is a very good thing. I think that zombie went over there. I think I heard him. Anyway, that was just the update. Hey folks, so the power generation is at least going in the positive direction, but not nearly as quickly as I was hoping it would be. I guess that's really no surprise, but at least it's recharging. I've got not as many machines running right now, and actually that's probably why. I should probably load it up like I do normally and see if that continues to at least recharge. Otherwise I may need to make another 8 solar panels. That's a bad thing. I mean, well, it's kind of a shame I might have to make more, but I want to keep this running solar, Maybe we'll just keep it running solar. Hey folks, so I just realized there's actually a UI to the sprinklers, and we can put some bone meal in here to even increase its efficiency even more. So I'm going to do that and get to working on some impregnated cases for the alvearies. I don't think I finished my train of thought, but the alvearies we're going to need for making the hatcheries. That's going to be a part of the entire alveary that we finished building. We use 2 or 3 of these to put in the front, and this is where the larvae spontaneously appear as you're breeding a type of bee in the alveary. Now you can only get larvae for the base types, which is fine. You get the Rockies, which are I got plenty of Rockies, but I would normally inoculate them because I had so many pristine. And actually these larvae are all pristine. Actually, it looks like all the larvae are going to be pristine, so that's beautiful. We'll be inoculating pristines all the time. That's very good. I guess there really would be no point in having non-pristine ones. But anyway, that's what I need all of the seeds for the impregnated cases. I need 25 seeds per impregnated case. I need 27 cases, so we can do the math and require all those seeds. Yeah. Alrighty, folks, we have got the 27 impregnated cases we need, and now we just need the other pieces of this, the scented panels. 8 times 27 is 216. 216 of these bad boys. So 216 royal jelly, 216 of that. I've got that just fine. And 432. 432. Oh yeah, I've got plenty of that too. So, and lots of wood over there. So I've got all the pieces. I've got all the pieces to make this over here. And it's going to require 50 millibuckets of honey each. Now let's just see how much a single gives us. I'm not too sure. But let's just get this pattern out of here because that's not what we're going to be working on next. 100. Okay, so each one makes 100. So there you go. 500? Yeah, okay, so we only need 5 honey in juice per scented panel. That's not a whole lot, so I've definitely got enough of that too. So let me get started on those, and I'll be back when it's time to make the housings for the frames and the I think I'm just going to do 2 hatcheries. That should be plenty. I'll be back. Hey folks, what's going on? So we got the last 2 pieces I think we need now after we get the alveary set up. I'm going to set it up right here. This is the little 3x3 pattern I'm going for, but that's how we're going to get the grubs, or not the grubs, the larvae that we can inoculate with this bad boy. But one thing I do need now is some bacteria vector, yet a different type of bacteria. I've already got regular bacteria getting grown back there, if you will, and this makes the polymerizing bacteria for our polymerizer. And this is, that's the enzymes. So now I also need to pull out a third one to make bacteria vector and somehow pump that over to the inoculator. Probably bring the inoculator over here, actually. It's getting kind of clusterish here. It does need to be redesigned. I'm actually going to redesign something off screen, do it on some paper, figure out where everything needs to be to get the pipes as short as possible, wherever they need to go and all that good stuff. Make it look a whole lot better than this because it's just getting out of control. But yeah, we're looking good though. We've got the last incubator that we need, the RF. We've got the inoculator. I'll get those hooked up once we get the alveary up and running. We're making progress. I've got 52 of the scented panels now. Very good. And then after that's done, I will get to work on what the thermionic fabricator needs to make. I need to make some tubes of some type for the frame housing and for the hatchery, as far as I remember. I believe it was both of them. Yes, I need this one for the hatchery, so I'll need a couple of those. And then for the frame housing, I'll need 3 goldens per, and I'm going to make, I think it's 10 that I did in the last world. The back panel I had all but the upper middle, so that would be 8. And then I think I just had 2 more on the underside of the 2 sides, so that would be, yeah, that would be 10. So I'll need 10 times 3, I'll need 30 of these guys. Yeah, lots of gold. I actually went out mining, cave hunting, ravine hunting. I actually found some underneath the ground over in the whatchamacallit, desert out there, and was looking for just oreberry bushes. And I found aluminum, tin, copper, a lot of those. No gold. No gold. So maybe we'll go after making a gold bee in order to get our gold. I already kind of laid out to get the 3 colors that we need for the dyes for continued genetics. This guy is forest mixing with the Valiant over here. I've got a couple of them that do have that maroon hybrid on the back end of these guys. And I'm thinking, you know, test out this isolation, see if we can isolate that gene. That's all we need, just the species gene, and then we'll inoculate our first larvae maybe to get to gold going, to get our dyes going. We've got like red, yellow. I guess those are the only 2 dye colors we need. I think even like the DNA dye, it didn't require, I don't think it was a dark color, this stuff. No, yeah, I used the glowstone and then this purple dye, which was just red and, oh yeah, that's right, lapis, I got a bunch of lapis. But if I did do the extra bees blue, that would be, okay, blue, red, and yellow I need then. Yeah, so 3 color bees and then the gold bees, and that's all just to keep genetics going. Bees are going to help. Alright folks, so I lucked out here. I've got a purebred maroon princess now with a purebred maroon drone. So I'm just gonna, duplicate these a few times and get some maroon bees. Those are the purebred, so that's great. This half-breed here and half-breed here with maroon. I'm gonna start isolating their genes and see if I can get the maroon gene and anything else that they might have that we don't have in our database yet. Excellent. Hey folks, so while I'm waiting for all of our genetics work to go on, I decided to finally make an obsidian machine. I have been going down to my bottom layer there and using the block breaker on some obsidian. I transferred into it from lava, but that's getting a little tedious. I'm always needing obsidian and I'm always out. I only ever grab what I need, so right now I've just got a chest up here I'm going to fill up with much netherrack that I've gathered when I was gathering nether quartz, and that'll just make it into lava. That'll get transferred over to here. We've got an aqueous accumulator already underneath there that we were using for the fermenter. Yep. So we just increase the pipe over to here. So it's got water, it'll get lava, it will create obsidian and put it out to this chest. Very good. Very good indeed. So I will never have to go down and break it piece by piece anymore. It's even more annoying when you get down there and your block breaker doesn't have any more power. So I'll throw some more in here, but why is that not going? This input from the top, output to the side, I guess. Oh, yeah, maybe I need a pipe for the input. Well, evidently I need a pipe for the input because it's not working. So let me get a pipe. Alrighty folks, I don't know why I didn't think I needed, I don't know why I thought I didn't need one. I had to do the same thing over there. I hooked it up to the pulverizer. So yes, with a pipe in here, it works. It actually extracts them. Drops them in here. This will make it into lava. Lava will get pumped over to here, make obsidian. And that drops off just fine out into a chest without a pipe, just like I did over there. So, excellent. We have got obsidian. And it's slow going, so it's a good thing it's automated. Hey folks, I don't know what's going on with that zombie. He's staring at Harry there and wants to get to him, but just... Oh, there he goes. All right. Wow. He was standing there for a good long time. But he eventually decided to walk to his death, so we're good. We're good. All right, folks, look at this. We've got the last one being crafted. We just needed 3 stacks and then 24. That'll be yours 23. That's the last one. And this is very good. So we've got 27 of the alveary cases, and we'll use these to make all the other variants that we need. So let's grab these all up. Crafting table over here, very good. And let's put these bad boys in. Should just be able to do this in one. Whoops, one left over there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I missed somewhere. That's alright. That's alright. We'll fix it. We'll get it done. Alright, 27. And then we need 9 slabs to put on top of that. So let's just see what this bad boy looks like. There. A nice 3x3. Yeah, let's put it down on the ground. I can hide the tubes and use Ender IO facades to hide them in the ground like I've been doing in other places. It's all right. Give it a minute here. Actually, maybe not a minute, just a few seconds, right? Come on now. And... oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Whew. Man, it's getting worried there. All right, we got an alveary. Very good. Very good. It's completely usable in its form right now, but I want to get Not this one, but the rest of these, and then this one and this one changed into the frame housings. That'll be 10. And then I'm going to put maybe all three. Maybe I'll do 3 hatcheries right here just to get a bunch of whatchamacallits, larvae. And I think I'm going to leave this alveary here and do this one for the larvae, and then I'm going to have other alvearies out here eventually when I get more mats, right? That will be used for the 4 or 5 or 6 or however many mats that we have the bees producing in mass quantity at that time. So very good, very good. I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode, though. We made an alveary. We've got genetics going on. I've got an inoculator here, and it's just a matter of me hooking it up. I still need to make another incubator that's actually used to incubate the larvae that you inoculate into the bee drones. So, wow, I had no idea you needed, what is this, 6 now, all right? I've got 5 incubators here, and I need 1 more. That's an incredible amount. But that's all right, that's all right. So next episode, we're going to get the rest of these pieces built up, and we will get some good action with bee genetics. Get fast producing, long life, can work through the night, through the rain, underground, always producing. That's the main goal. All right, folks, I will see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.